Hello. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to speed read for the purpose of this hackathon. If you're watching this, it's probably because I forced you to. But if I didn't force you to, then I'm also very sorry that you have to watch this. Uh, okay. So if you're actually interested, I did do some research on speed reading, and what it turns out is that there is actually a trade-off between speed and accuracy. And what this means is that you can't read faster without compromising your comprehension. Interruption. Now, I know that this makes my title sound very clickbaity, but hear what I have to say next. Stuff related to academics that you really need to understand in depth, I wouldn't recommend you speed read because it would just mean you understand less. But if you're trying to consume a large volume of self-help books, let's say, you can probably speed read some of it. They all say the same thing anyway. So it would apply for that kind of context. But continuing with my point, if you are reading for a moderate comprehension rather than a thorough understanding of the text, one of the common errors to avoid is what is called subvocalization. And that is to pronounce and hear each word in your head as you read it. So if you want to read faster, you need to focus on a group of words rather than individual ones. And this makes sense because it means that you can read words faster than you can say them. Another thing to avoid is what is called regression and backskipping, which is just reading over what you just read because you lost concentration or you don't know what you just read, which I do a lot of. Those are the main two, but one that is a little more obvious is just make sure you don't read everything at the same pace. Some parts will be easier to understand, some parts are harder. So you would read the parts that are easier a lot faster than what's harder. Now, moving on to methods that we can use to speed up our reading. So the first method is the pointer method. A school teacher named Evelyn Wood said she could read up to 2,700 words per minute if she just swept her finger along the line as she read.
So I would imagine with the book she would just go like that.
The purpose of this is to make sure that you have a visual aid that's guiding you across the line efficiently and accurately, and also to make sure that you're maintaining a consistent speed. The next method is a variation of the first one, and it is called the tracker and pacer method, and it involves using a pen, and I'll show you how.
So what you're doing here is you're going to get a pen with its lid on and you're going to be using it as a pacer and a tracker, which means you're going to be underlining each word as you go along, keeping your eye level just above the tip of the pen and reading the word above it as you go along.
At first, it's about practicing this technique, so you don't need to worry about comprehension. You just need to train your eyes to be able to absorb this information and go across the line quickly. Keep each line to no more than half a second, and if you keep doing this as a speed exercise, it will help your system adapt. The third method is perceptual expansion, which trains your peripheral vision to register more effectively. Untrained readers spend 25 to 50% of their time reading margins with no content, so what we want to do is use our peripheral vision more effectively.
So what you can do is start one word in and draw a line down from the first word approximately, and you would only read what's within these margins. Same for the other side. And now this shouldn't impact your ability to comprehend, so you're pretty much starting here and ending here. You're ignoring everything that's here. And as you practice this, the idea would be to move further and further closer in so that you're effectively reading a third of the middle of the page.
Okay, so let's now summarize what we just talked about. So first point is that research indicates that there's a trade-off between pace and comprehension, which means that speed reading is only for text you want a moderate comprehension of rather than a thorough understanding. 3 common errors people make is subvocalization, reading it out in your head, regression and backstepping, rereading what you just read, and reading everything at the same pace. 3 methods we can use to read faster is the pointer method, so using our finger to guide reading, the track and pacer method, using a pen to guide reading and keeping the eye above the tip of the pen, and perceptual expansion, which is beginning one word in from the first and ending one word in from the last, or ending and beginning early basically. Training peripheral vision helps us register more effectively and can increase reading speed by over 300%, and visual aids can help guide efficiency and accuracy and maintain consistent speed. That's all from me. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please press the like button. If you didn't, also please press the like button.